If you want to learn how to add products to your WooCommerce website, this video is going to walk you step by step how to get that done. So before we get started into it, if you are new to this channel or you are yet to subscribe, kindly take out time to click on that subscribe button. And also make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Do make sure you also share the video. All right, so once you are logged into the back end of your e-commerce website, so you can see I'm currently on my dashboard. You over to the left side of the screen, you see products. So under products, you're going to see the option here, all products. You're going to see the option to add products, brands, category, tags, and attributes. So you can see I'm opening them up in a new tab. Now, the all products. So this is where the all products. So this basically shows you all the list of products that you currently have on your e-commerce website. So if you don't have any, this place is going to be empty. And depending on the kind of website you are working on, if it's a demo template you imported, and then you can go ahead and check this, click on bulk action, then you click on move to trash, and then you apply. Okay, so that will delete the default products that you have there so that you can go ahead and add yours. Okay, so that is it on all products. So we are still going to come back here. Now then, what we have also is the product category. Okay, so I always advise that before you add your own product, always create your category. It makes it much easier when finally adding your products. So basically what the category does is just like the name, it helps you to categorize your products, okay, so that you put similar products under the same category. Now, how do you go ahead to create a category? So if you hover over product, you're going to see category. So once you click on it, you're going to have a page that looks like this. Now, these are some other categories that I already have on this particular e-commerce website. So to create yours, let's say I want to create a category for, so let me call this sweatshirts. So I'll give the category a name. Now for the slug, as you can see, the slug is the URL friendly version of the theme. So you can decide to leave it. Okay, so once you leave it like this, the name that you added as name of the category will be the slug. So for parents category, you can decide to leave, you can add a description. Then do make sure you also add a thumbnail image. All right. So once you add the thumbnail image, this is the image that will appear. Okay, so just add, let me just add an image. So you just click on that. So I want to use an image from my image library. So let me just say I want to use, let me look for something like that. Just look for an image that best fits. Okay, so you can pick from your gallery or you upload a new one. So click on it and then you click on use. All right. So the reason why I always encourage you to use it is once you are designing your website, if you want to have a category section, you want to display your category on maybe on a particular page on your own page, those without image will not look good on your website. Okay. So once you are done with that, just go ahead and click on add new category. All right. So you see it here. This is it. This is the new category we just created. So that's how you create category. So next thing I want to show you is before we create a product are tags. Okay. So this is another way of putting similar products together, okay, using a particular keyword. All right, so that keyword is what you can just put here. So you can see some example here: black, nylon, puff, relaxed shorts. So once you select it, and on the front end, items with this tag will show up. I'm still going to show you that in a bit. Then we also have what we call attributes. So basically, this is very useful if you are going to be creating a product with a variation. All right, I'll still explain that in a bit once we are adding a new product. So for this now, if you want to have, for this particular website you are making reference to is a fashion website. So attributes, you can see it's an attribute lets you define extra product data such as size or color. You can use this attribute in your shop sidebar using the layout nav. All right. So this is a way, these are for products that have option, all right, or different variation. Okay, so for example, maybe you have a product and the variation is available in different color or maybe based on the material size. So that's what attribute actually means. So for example, now you maybe want to create an attribute. So this is where I'm going to put the name of the attribute. Let's say I'm going to create an attribute for length. Okay, so here also you can also put in the slug or you leave it empty. So once you are done, you can just go ahead and click on add attributes. All right. So you can see once that is done, you come over to configure terms. So now I've named this attribute length. So maybe I want to have maybe a length for the one of 5 inches. So products that fit into this attribute. Then I click on add new length. So you can see 5 inches. Maybe I want to have 10 inches. So you're still going to understand this as we progress. So let me just add 3. And then let me just say this is for 20 inches. So once you create the attributes, you also have to configure them. All right. So with that being done, if I should come back to attributes, so you can see here, this is one just created length, and then we have it on 5 inches, 10 inches, and 20 inches. Now, a typical example is this color. So if you look at the terms, you have different color: apple red, sweet orange, blue, white, yellow. Then in terms of size, so we have the XXXXS, S, medium, and then large. All right. So those are the things the major things, the attribute, the tags, the category. So if you want to make use of brand, it's also the same thing with how to create your tags and attributes. Okay. So now let's go ahead to add a new product. So for you to add a new product, so come over here and click on add new product. And then you're going to be seeing a page that looks like this. All right. So now what I want to do now is I want to open up a particular product as a reference. So let me say I want to use this product to explain. So let me open this in a new tab. So if you're finding value in this video, please give the video a thumbs up. All right. So with what I've just explained on attributes, tags, and category. So using this as an example, so you can see this product, we have this variation here based on the attributes. All right, you're still going to understand it. So you can see it now based on category. This is, if I should click on this now, to show all the items that is under the category pants and then women. So tags, if I click on tags, it will show me different products that has this tag. Now it can be product from across different category. Okay, but this will just brief from a particular category alone. So that's the basic difference between the tags and the categories. All right. So coming back to products, you can see this is where I'm going to put in your product name. All right. So for example, this is your product name. This information right here where we have black colored swept pants with elastic hems. All right. So let me just copy this. So I can go ahead. So this is it here. All right. So let me just change this basic to black so that this can be different from this one we are making reference to, we are duplicating. So this is where you enter your product title, like you can see it here. So the next information you have to enter is your product description. All right. And this is the space. Now your product description is this long description that you're seeing here. So if I should copy this and come and paste it here. All right. So I'm just using dummy text, okay? So you can see there are different formatting tools that you can use to format your text. All right. So you can put in your bold where necessary. You can add bullets, you can align them. You can also input links, okay? So if you click here, there are other options that is available. All right. So this is where you put in your long description. Again, don't forget the long description is one that you find below the product. So if you scroll down, the next thing you're going to see is this product data. Now, currently, if you click here, we have simple products, group products, external affiliate product, and variable product. Now, let's start with the first one. The first one is simple product. That means if you are to sell an item that doesn't have variation, like it's just that item, there's no different variation of it, okay? That's what you're going to choose. Then if it is a physical product, make sure you don't check all this. These are for the feature products. You can see feature products are intangible and are not shipped, while downloadable products gives access to file upon purchase. So this is if you are selling digital products, maybe ebook or software. So that's when you can check this option. So you can see you are going to put in add the file. That means you're going to upload the file into your WordPress site, and then you are going to select all this. You can see download limits. How many times you want them to be able to download? Do you want the download to expire after the purchase? How long do you want it to? How many days after they've purchased do you want them to still be able to download it? All right. So is the item going to be taxable? What tax applies to it? So you can select that here. And then the tax class, right? So this has to do with setting up tax. So that is if you are doing downloadable products, but we are not doing downloadable products, we are doing physical products. So I want to check this. So now let's fill in the information. So this is where you're going to put in your price. So let's say for this particular product now. So you can see the price here. The price is currently set to $19, but you can see this 25.99. So let me show you. So the regular price, that means the regular price that you see it on the norms, let's say it is $20. Okay, why the sales price is a price lower than, in most cases, the regular price. Okay, so let's say the sales price is 15. So what it means is that this particular item actually costs $20, but you can get it for $15. So that's the difference between the regular price and the sales price. Okay, so that's the amount that you can get it right now. So most time they use it when they want to offer discounts. So you can see this is the regular price, $25.99, but the sales price is currently at $19.90. Okay, so and then you can schedule this sale price. So you can see you can put in a date from a particular date to another date. All right, so you can easily do that. And if you don't want to offer it on sale, maybe you want to sell it at the rate price without offering any discount, or so you can just leave it empty. So it's not compulsory putting any information under the sales price. So with that, then you're going to select your tax status. Do you want it to be taxable, or you just want it to be shipping alone, all right, or none, right? So once you have also putting in your product, if you don't understand anything, there's this question mark by the side of most of the information that you're providing to explain what they actually mean. So if you're going to be taxing, you're going to select your tax class based on what you created when setting up your tax. All right. So if you don't know how to set tax, kindly check the video playlist under WooCommerce or eCommerce. You're going to find a video on that. So those are the information available here. The next one is to go to your inventory. So this is where you're going to enter your SKU. All right. So remember when we checked all products, let me find that. All right. So I've closed that. So usually you're going to enter your SKU, which means stock keeping unit for your product, or if it's your product applies, or if this applies to your product, you put in this information here. So if you want to also do stock management, track stock quantity for this product, you can check this. All right. So this is where you're going to enter the number of quantity that is available. And with this now, you can see lower stock threshold. That means at what level do you want to receive notification that you are running low on a particular stock? All right, so this is where you can set that. Okay, maybe when you have up to 10, then you're going to receive a mail that, oh, this particular item is going low. So you're going to put in how many quantity you currently have. Maybe you have 100. All right, so do you want to allow back order? So if you don't want to allow back order, make sure you check this. Now the meaning of back order is when an item is not available and people can still go ahead and purchase it. Okay, so that's the meaning of this back order. All right, so sold individually, limit purchase to 1 item per order. If you want to do this, you can also check this. All right, so those are the options that are available under inventory. All right, so next is your shipping. So this is, once you click on shipping, this is where you can select your weight. So what's the weight of the item? So you're going to put in your dimension, the length, the width, and the height to go ahead and put this. Then for the shipping class, so if the item fall under different shipping class, if you want to know how to set up your shipping, also there's a video on that, on how to set up your shipping. All right, so if you put in no shipping class, to use the default shipping that you set during your shipping. But if this is a special item that has that requires a special shipping class, then you can go ahead and select from the list of available shipping class you created under your shipping. All right, so these are the 3 major things that you might need to set up for a simple product. All right, so but if you want to also link a product in form of an upsell or a cross sale, you can just go ahead and select a product, okay, that you want to use as an upsell or a cross sale. So if you're wondering what an upsell means, you can see it. Upsells are products which you recommend instead of the current view products. For example, products that are more profitable or better quality or more expensive. All right, so you might not want to do this because it might confuse the buyer. All right, so but for cross sales, the cross sales are products which you promote in the cart based on current products. All right, so you can also do this, but the upsell sometimes it can confuse the buyer. All right, but like I said, these are the 3 major ones: the general, the inventory, and the shipping when you are creating a simple product. Okay, so if you want to add video to your product, so you can come over here and then put in your video URL. All right, and then if you want to do depending on your payments gateway, maybe you want to allow a certain kind of payment for that product, you can do it here, but this is not common. Okay, so I'm just mentioning it. All right, like I said, the 3 major things are 1, 2, 3. So once you have done all of this, if you scroll down, there's an option to add a product short description. All right, so you can see product short description. Now the product short description is this information here. You can see just shorts. All right, this is different from the long description you find below here. So this is the short, in just 1 or 2 sentences about the product. So if I should copy this now, so this is where you're going to put that, the short description. So if you want to put your product size chart, so this is where you're going to put your product size chart. All right, so now if you come to the right side, so this is where you're going to put in your product image. Now you can see we have product image and we have product gallery. Now the product image is the default image that it will show. All right, so for example, for this now, this main image I'm showing here is the product image. Now the product gallery are additional images. So these 3 other images, you can see this image that we're having here, this is it. Now these 3 other images are what we refer to as the product gallery. All right, so you can see it here. For best results, okay, this is talking about the size, and then this is also talking about this recommended size. Okay, so let's say you just click here. You can put it from your media, or you want to upload files, you click on upload. Okay, so let's say I want to use this as my product image, while for products gallery. So another thing you need to take note is that once you have uploaded an image as your product image, there's no need to use the same image as your product gallery. All right, so because that would be like you are duplicating the image. All right, so I'll click on this. Since I already used this already as a product image, I'll just need to add this other two as the product gallery. So since it's gallery, I can select multiple images. Okay, so you can see it here. So once you scroll down, you can see once you have created your category, there's no need for you to create a new category over here. So what you just need is to select the category that best fits the product, and you can select more than one category. All right, so maybe I want to select this sweatshirt. I'm just picking it randomly anyway, and then maybe I want to select women. All right, so you can select as many categories. So this way I'm going to put in tags. All right, so whatever tags that applies to the product, you can put it here. So if you set up brand, if this belongs to a brand, and then you set up brand when creating yours, you can see it here. You can select the brand that this product applies to. Okay, so once you are done, those are the basic things there. You go ahead and click on publish. So once it's published, you can see it already. You already have a link. So let me open this in a new tab to show you what it looks like. So you can see this is the product that we've just created, right? So this is a short description. You can see this is the price that we set, right? So this is a simple product. You can see that there's no variation where you can say, okay, maybe I want it in this size. I want the red color, the blue color. That's for product variation, all right? So now let's come back to this. Now remember we created simple product. So now what we want to do the variable product. So once you select variable product, so you can see that there is a new option added here, which is variation, all right? So everything about from the general, once you click on general, this is where you're just going to select the tax status and start class. So you see that the price part is no longer here. All right. So for inventory, this is the same thing I've talked about. It's the same process. The shipping, the same thing. You add your weight and then the shipping class. And then if you want to link products, this is it. Now, the major thing under this variable product is where we have this attributes. This is where the attribute applies. Now, for this product now, what are the different attributes you want to use? So since we've created attributes already on its own, so you come here on add existing. So what are the attributes? Maybe you want to use color, and then you want to use size. All right, so you can use as many as possible depending on the what is available for that product. And then make sure this option use for variation is checked. You can see it here. All right, now for the color now, you do want to select all of them, all the values that are available. Okay, so once that, it means that for this particular product now, that means I have it in all of these colors. Okay, but if I don't have them in all of these colors, you can just select the colors that are available. Okay, so let me just cancel some of them. So let's say I only have it in black, white, and yellow. All right, so that's the meaning. And then for the size, so maybe I only have it in medium, and then I have it in large. All right, so you can see it. So that's the meaning of these attributes. Okay, so once you are done, click on save attributes. So you can see the attribute has been saved. Now, next thing is you come to variations. So now there are two options here, generate variation and add manually. Now, if you click on generate variation, what this thing will do is it will create any possible combination of all the products. Okay, so if I should click on generate variation, so you can see you want to generate all variation, this will create a new variation for each and every possible combination of variation attributes, max of 50 per run. All right, so you can see, I understand the reason why they are showing this warning, because if you have a lot of variation, they can mix it for you that you're going to be having a lot of products on your site. All right, and you need to be sure that you have them in those combinations. For example, now you'll see that I chose black, white, and yellow. That's 3 colors. Then I chose medium and large. So that means you can see for black, we have medium, we have large. For white, we have medium, we have large. For yellow, we have medium, and we have large, right? So that's because I said it should provide me with as many possible combinations. So if you have up to 4 values each for each attribute, you should be expecting a whole lot, all right? So, but if you select the manual one, you can do the combination by yourself, all right? So, but for this, maybe I don't want the yellow and this, I can just easily remove it from here, all right? So it depends on you, what you want to use. So now with all this combination, that means that I only have this particular product. I only have the black, for this size, and the black for the medium and the large. Then the white, I only have it large, the yellow, I only have the large. All right, so what you're going to do now is to click on each of them. So this is where you're now going to enter, if you have a separate SKU for all the products, for each of those combination, you can go ahead and put in the SKU, okay? And then now the important thing here is your price, okay? So you put in your variation price and the sales price. So maybe for this now, it's selling for, let's say $20, the regular price. Maybe I'm not doing any sales price, like maybe there's no discount or a special price, okay? And then if it has a separate weight, you put it, or a separate dimension, you can put it here. But these things are optional. The main thing here is your pricing, right? Then if it has a separate shipping class, all right, you can put it, or a separate tax class. But if it is the same thing with all the products, is the same shipping class, you can see same as parent, all right? So you go to the next product, you do the same thing. If it has a different image also, if it has maybe its own separate image, for example, this is black and then large, and maybe I have the picture of the black version of the product, I'll go ahead and upload it here. So once they select it, the picture will show up. Then you put in, for example, now this one I put in 20. So maybe this also is selling for $20, all right? So the price can be the same thing anyway. Then maybe for this white and yellow, maybe I have a picture of this product. Somebody, maybe she's wearing the white variation. I'll come over here and upload it, right? So maybe for this combination of white and for white color, and then the large size is for $22. Maybe I want to do a regular price of 21. So you can go ahead and do all of this. So let me just remove this. I hope you get the concept already. All right. So once you are done, you go ahead and then save. All right, so you can see we already have only these three. So let me just come back and update. All right, so the product has been updated. So once I open this in a new tab, so you can see for this now I have the black. It's available as in this size, medium size, and then the large size. So I can decide to then add it to cart. So if I look at this white, so you can see that it's not available in this particular size. That's the medium, but it's available in large. And then you can see the price. The regular price is 22, and then the sale price is 21. All right, then I can easily add it to cart. So now let me go back to the back end of this product. So basically that's just how to add your products for simple variable. So for this external and affiliate products, you can see this is very much easier and straightforward. So if you over here, you can see external affiliate are that you list and describe on your website, but it's sold elsewhere. All right, so if you're into affiliate, you want to list a product on your website, but once they click on, so you can see maybe buy products, and then you enter the URL of that product. This could be an affiliate link, all right? You can see enter the external URL of the products. Once they click on it, to take them there to purchase the item. So you can see every other thing that we've mentioned, the regular price, the sales price, the tax still applies, all right? So under inventory, it's still the same thing, all right? So the next one you have is the group products. So if you want to do group products, if you over here, you can see group, a collection of related products that can be purchased individually and only consist of simple products. For example, a set of 6 drinking glasses. All right. So with what I've explained now, I don't believe that you won't have any problem with creating or adding a product to your e-commerce website. So guys, if you find value in this, please give the video a thumbs up. If you have any question or any comments, do let me know in the comment section below. And do make sure you check out our playlist on e-commerce for some other helpful video. So my name is Prosper, and with that, I'll see you all in another video. Bye for now.